Cool. Hello and welcome to the third episode of season two. We are still in Bangalore, one of our favorite cities to do shows at. And as we saw in the last episode, Sanveer had a very close match against Sarang. And Sanveer is back with two new challenges. We'll now see and meet them one by one. We'll start with Siddharth. Siddharth, one quick intro.
My name is Siddharth. I have recently shifted to Bangalore and I work as a recruiter in a multinational services firm.
Okay. So, but where did you move from?
Pune.
Pune. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Now we come to Sanveer. We've met in the last episode. Now we come to Apratim. One quick intro, Apratim.
Hello, my name is Apratim. I'm a first year law student at the National Law School in Bangalore. I moved to Bangalore back in June. So before that, I was working in a tech space. I was a product manager.
Okay. All the best to Siddharth, Sanveer, Apratim. Okay. We'll begin. Cool. This is a direct for Siddharth. Siddharth, X was a very popular web-based chat website that was closed permanently on 8th November 2023 due to exploitation of children and attacks on communication services, among other major concerns. Now, if you access the website, the following message along with a tombstone with their logo on it pops up, which is a nod to the reason of its closure. Let's look at the message that comes there. Of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, his cupidity may at some point be satiated, but those who torment us for our own good will torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own conscience. A quote by C.S. Lewis. Then, of course, one of my favorite, and most quizzers' favorite person and quote. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move by the one and only Douglas Adams. Which website are we talking about? Whenever Siddharth, you are ready.
Omegle?
Yes, what a great start. 10 points there to Siddharth. It is Omegle, and that's the tombstone with the message. Okay, Siddharth gets 10 points. Good start. No pressure to Sanveer. The next direct. Sanveer, this director has set his sights on a new venture, a space drama titled Mickey 17. In this narrative, an employee embarks on an expedition to colonize an ice world not fueled by a grand purpose, but rather the allure of a hefty paycheck. Unfortunately, the eagerly anticipated release date of March 2024 for this Warner Brothers film has been cast into uncertainty as it has been indefinitely delayed. This setback comes on the heels of a tragic event, the untimely death of the lead actor from his previous film, who met a grim fate due to carbon monoxide poisoning at the age of 48 on December 27, 2023. Despite this setback, cinephiles worldwide eagerly await the next masterpiece from this director, whose directorial brilliance and patient fan base mark the anticipation for the upcoming film.
So the actor who passed away is connected to the next movie? Like he was supposed to be in the movie or something?
Yeah, that's why it's been delayed and all.
No clue. I'll go with Tarantino.
Not Tarantino, going to Apratim.
Sofia Coppola.
Not Sofia Coppola, going to Siddharth.
Pass.
Okay, we will start again with the second round. We'll start again with Sanveer, make it a 5-point question. So the last masterpiece that we're talking about is Parasite. Okay. So now this is a very direct question. And there's no point adding more hint if you don't know the director's name.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember the name.
Take your time.
It started with Bun. Bun.
This is Sanveer's clue कि इसके बाद का सब edit कर देना. ये online डालोगे तो बहुत. Started with bun, then went to Muska, then like egg puff I ordered, then kimchi, then Pyongyang was. Oh God. Okay.
Was it Kim Ji-kook or was that the actor? Sorry.
Oh God. No, we are going to Apratim.
Is it Park Jae Song? I think I'm messing up the artist.
Yeah. Sorry. What did you say again?
I knew I was messing up the artist name, I think, a decade ago. Reference.
Yeah. Yeah, that was meant that club we don't want to talk about. He used to play for that Shitty club. Going to Siddharth. Any guesses?
Pass.
Pass.
Sorry.
No problem. We talk about Bong Joon-ho, who directed Parasite, directed Okja. Ok. And then Mickey 17 is supposed to be the next movie. Okay, nobody gets points for this, which means we'll come back to Sanveer for the next direct. Sanveer, Coca-Cola introduced the limited edition variant called Starlight in 2022. The company revealed the beverage has a reddish hue and that its taste includes additional notes reminiscent of stargazing around a campfire, as well as a cooling sensation that evokes the feeling of a cold journey to Dash. What is the flavor and who is Coca-Cola's partner for this variant? Okay.
I think Starlight is an apple color. So is it apple?
Apple is the partner and any flavor पे कोई guess?
Flavor. Sorry, let me read again. Apple ही होगा मतलब.
Apple is apple ही होगा. तो क्या सोच रहे हो? No, going to Apratim.
So you want the blank or do you want the particular flavor which is used for?
Both are the same.
Okay, so for Coca-Cola partner, I'll say NASA.
Okay.
And evokes the feeling of a cold journey. I'm reckoning this is Mars and it's reddish hue. So I'm going with cherry flavor.
I'll get back to you, Apratim. Going to Siddharth.
Same. So NASA has Coca-Cola's partner, and reddish hue. Cherry red? No.
No. Okay. Cool. Okay, so NASA is correct. So I'll give part points to Apratim later on NASA. But we'll start with Sanveer on the flavor. So flavor and space is the same. Okay, sometimes these brands come up with this abstract thing. So you don't have to necessarily say ki it's very like strawberry or cherry or anything else. Apratim was going in great direction, but I think he went too specific. Okay, that's the clue. Think slightly more generic than what Apratim said. And journey to Dash and flavor of Dash and stargazing around a campfire, cooling sensation that evokes the feeling of a cold journey to Dash. Think of a very much more generic answer than what Apratim said. Should I stop? Should I add more hint? Or three of you want? It's okay? Okay, so we'll start whenever Sanveer is ready.
I'm just thinking Tang, like the company Tang.
No. Going to Apratim.
It's a journey to space.
Yes, that's all. That's all we needed. We just needed space. Okay, it's space flavor. Okay, and they've tied up with NASA. Journey to space, and reddish hue is also space only. Okay. Okay, so 8 to Apratim. Okay, 8 for a combination of NASA in the first round and space in the second round, which means the next direct will be to Siddharth. Okay, Siddharth, your direct. The Berkeley Spring X Tasting Awards is the most prestigious and the largest X tasting awards in the world. It is an annual award ceremony that invites X from more than a dozen countries and awards them in various categories. In this event, the judge's job is crucial and so is their training. All judges are presented with a diploma designating them as a certified X taster. In the 33rd edition that took place last year in Feb 2023, Taifer Group, 100% Deep Ocean X from Taiwan, and Yes Alkaline Minerals Deep Ocean X tied in the first place in one of the categories. Tell me, what is this award all about, or just tell me X.
Oysters?
Not oysters. Going to Sanveer.
Dumb answer, but water.
Yes, perfect. 11 points to Sanveer. It is water. Berkeley Spring Water Tasting Awards and Deep Ocean Water from Taiwan and Deep Ocean Water. Fantastic. This is international water tasting. Okay. Sitting and tasting water. Okay, all three of you are on board now, which means next direct will be to Apratim. Apratim, on 26 December 1999, Chelsea, against a match with Southampton in the Premier League, fielded the following lineup. Eddie Goy, Albert Ferre, Brank Leboeuf, Emerson Tom, Dan Petrichou, Celestine Babiro, Gus Poe, Didier Deschamps, Roberto Di Matteo, Gabriel Ambrosetti, and Tore Andre Flo. It was notable that a breakout of the flu then had deprived them of several regular selections, including striker Chris Sutton and midfielder Dennis Weiss. What first did Chelsea achieve with this lineup, which was ended in the 74th minute? Anyone watches football out of Sanveer? So doesn't. Siddharth, no football, nothing. Apratim? Nahi? But still, it's not. It's quite workable, even without. Like, it's not a technical should follow and watch football type question. You can guess it without knowing also.
So when you're saying what was this, so there's a particular thing that happened between 1 to 73rd minute and it ended in 74th minute.
Huh. But don't overthink on the first to 73rd minute part. Just when the match started, when this lineup came out, this was the first ever something happened for the first time. That's just an extra hint, 74th minute. I don't want you guys to focus on that and go in a different direction.
So is this my direct?
Yes.
Okay. So I think I'll go with the fact that all, because they were hard deprived, so I'll say all of them were basically substitute players. So like they were not regular players.
Oh.
I mean them like I think they must have ended the 74 when they bought.
No. Going to Siddharth.
Kind of similar to what he said, but they bought the regular players while substituting the.
No, nothing like that. Going to Sanveer.
No, pass.
Okay, cool. No problem. We'll give a hint. Start again with Apratim. Essentially, I'll repeat what I said. That it's not very football. So don't think anything technical to do with football at all. We're just keeping it out of the way. Now just go through the lineup again, and you will see a pattern. Even if you don't know football, again I'm saying you need to have no knowledge of football to see that if you go through the 11, you will see a certain pattern. And this is a match. This is an English Premier League match, right? Chelsea, Southampton. Chelsea is a London team. Southampton is a. So English Premier League, this happened for the first time. Something happened for the first time by just the sheer fact that this lineup is playing on the field, created a certain record. Okay. And some of their regular players were not playing. That's an extra hint. That Chris Sutton wasn't available, Dennis Weiss wasn't available. So they had this lineup on 26 December 1999, which had never happened earlier. Something happened with this lineup which was for, good? Okay.
It's never happened in football or anywhere else?
In English Premier League.
Okay. So this is, I think, is all of them were first, like all of them
All
were
of them
debut
made their
matches.
debuts. No, going to Siddharth.
They were all foreign players.
Yes, that's all we were looking for. 6 points there to Siddharth. Now if you go through the list, you will be like, array, of course. This was the first time none of the players in the side were English players in English Premier League. Okay, first Premier League team to feature no English players, or also known as all foreign 11. And as you can see now, it's a bunch of people from all over the world. And that was an extra in the Chris Sutton and Dennis Weiss were English, so they were not playing this match. Okay, 6 points there to Siddharth, which means next direct is to Sanveer. Sanveer Agumbe is a village in Karnataka, India. Is renowned for its high rainfall, earning it the moniker the Cherrapunji of South India. This picturesque village plays a crucial role in rainforest conservation, medicinal plant documentation, and ecotourism, attracting enthusiasts interested in trekking and photography. Notably, the Agumbe Rainforest Research Station serves as a sanctuary for the king cobra, the village's flagship species. However, in 1986, a person chose Agumbe for a particular purpose, captivated by its old world charm, sleepiness, and rustic ambience. Just tell put Funda, what purpose is being talked about here?
Damn, I've been to Agumbe.
Did you find some old world charm and
Yeah.
sleepiness and rustic ambience?
I'll guess it was Virappan.
No.
Yes, sir.
Virappan is the opposite of old world charm, sleepiness, and rustic ambience. Just because you saw King Cobra, you thought ये उसका code name होगा. Going to Apratim.
I'll say this is Malgudi.
Yes, I'll give it to you. Malgudi was the keyword I was waiting for. Malgudi Days, in 1986, it was picked as the site. Yes.
I have a fact that
Yes.
house that you showed.
Yeah.
They are I am distantly related to them.
Oh, wow, man.
Related to the first
Owner of the house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Did you grow up there?
No. I've gone there like a couple of.
Any other questions? Sanveer, welcome to Malgudi Podcast, episode 1. Sanveer and Siddharth talk about old world charm. Did you grow up there? Sanveer is like, भाई क्या चूतिया गाइड मिल गया था पूरा गुम्बे घुमा दिया मालगुडी के बारे में नहीं बताया कट गया मेरा क्विज में आके But yeah, this is Malguni, and this is the house prominently used there. It's a tourist location now. People go there. I don't know why. Why did you decide Agumbe? Aisa?
Uh, there is a trek there, Angombe
Acha,
Forest Trek.
this trekking and photography part you
Yeah.
handled. Okay. But people are talking about Virappan there or what? Generally, I'm curious now how Virappan, generally.
नहीं मतलब I thought कि कुछ twist होगा कि मतलब
twist.
like sleepiness, rustic ambience चाहिए but for nefarious
और
purposes.
एंटर वीरप्पन और पीछे नेटफ्लिक्स वाले फोटोग्राफी 30 साल बाद डॉक्यूमेंट्री निकालना है इस पर ओके Apratim gets 11 for this, which means now we come to Siddharth. Siddharth, this is a Google Doodle from October 2015. Google, as we know, Google Doodle, they commemorate things. This Google Doodle basically commemorates a person X, born 1847 in London and died 1933 Chennai.
Annie Besant?
Annie Besant, yes, perfect. Wow, 10 points there to Siddharth. It is Annie Besant, okay. Besant Nagar, Chennai. Okay, which means we come to Sanveer now. Sanveer, 80 question. X is a term seen by us almost every day. Its etymology lies in the marine term chip or common dash, chip dash or common dash, which was historically used to record distance traveled at sea or estimate the speed of a vessel through water. The term became common with the time-sharing systems of the 1960s and bulletin board systems in the 1970s. Now, there is no agreed difference in meaning between the term XYZ. Different technical communities tend to prefer one over another. Give me any one of them.
So X, Y, and Z are like very similar words.
Yeah. XYZ are similar only.
Okay. I'm thinking of internet. Just
No, not internet. Going to Apratim.
Is it ping?
Not ping. Going to Siddharth.
These three are different terms, like separate.
But that's why I'm saying to not focus on this, only because the reason we have clarified it is because different people use different terms. They are similar terms, but used for the same purpose.
Navigation?
Not navigation. Okay. We'll start again with Sanveer. So, Sanveer, think of the word you might use, something that is used to record things, like a physical thing, maintain a dash of something, and then think on these you talked about internet, so world of tech, internet, etc. But you maintain a dash to maintain like who is coming here, who left, how much was distance traveled by this one, okay, what is the speed. So it's a small word that word is still used when it comes to internet. And the reason we say that you see it every day is because you probably do it every day on internet. Okay, the reason XYZ is written that we can accept any of these 2-3 variations that people use. कुछ आ रहा है तीनों को, कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, then I'll add more and make it narrower. Okay, so maintaining a dash of things, which is a 3-letter term. Okay, a 3-letter term, like maintaining, like record distance traveled at sea or speed of vessel, which ship went, which ship is coming, and that same term is used on internet. It's something that we do every day, most likely. Right. Kuch aa raha hai? We'll wait. Okay, cool. Whenever Sanveer is ready, we can start.
I'm confused. Is it World Wide Web?
No, going to Apratim.
Log.
Log
LOG.
or log in, log on, sign in. We would have accepted any of these. Log in, log on, sign in. Okay, so you maintain a log usually for all of this. So log in, so you maintain who's coming in, who's going out, etc. etc. Okay, 6 points there to Apratim. Siddharth, next will be your direct. X, which normally costs nothing, is now being bottled and sold in China. There are different qualities and brands which come from both China and abroad. It has become a thriving business which started as a response to China's worsening environmental crisis. A bottle of X from East China is priced 5 yuan, whereas imported X is more expensive. X from Canada costs 108 yuan for a bottle, and X from New Zealand costs 219 yuan for a bottle. Tell me X.
Air.
Yes, this time Siddharth didn't overthink. नहीं मैं कुछ कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड तो नहीं बोलने वाला. Fresh air, okay. 10 points there to Siddharth. We're talking about fresh air. This is the theme of the quiz. Fresh air, water, nice. Some rustic charm, you know. Okay. Cool. Space flavored. Full first half was that only. Space, air, water. That brings us to the end of the first half. We'll take a quick look at the score. Siddharth with 10 on Omegle, 6 on Foreign 11 Funda, 10 each for Any Besant and Fresh Air. Okay. Is leading right now with 37 points. Okay. Sanveer, the defending champion, curse of defending champion, is back with 11 points for water. Okay, 11 points for water. And Apratim had 8 for space flavored and NASA, 11 for Malgudi days, and 6 for the login funda is on 25. Okay, so right now Siddharth leading with 37, followed by Apratim on 25, followed by Sanveer on 11. And now we'll start reverse infibounds. The order will be Apratim, Sanveer, Siddharth. Okay. Let's start. This is a direct for Apratim. These stocks can appear in any business and are named after the celebration vibe they bring. To succeed with them, you need to be a bit of a market detective, figuring out the perfect time to join the fun and when to step back before things get tricky. For example, one of the best examples of this would be the stock of American Airlines Group, which dramatically increased between September 2013 and end of 2014 by more than a staggering 233%. What do you call those stocks that skyrocket in value?
Oh, sorry. You haven't specified the location, right?
It's a generic, international, globally accepted term.
I'll say Christmas stocks.
Not Christmas stocks. Going to Sanveer.
Is it Bonanza?
Not Bonanza stock. Going to Siddharth.
Pass.
Okay, cool. We'll start again with Apratim. The reason celebration vibe is a thing because people tend to do something, especially in the West, because you brought geography into play, but also in India now, when they want to celebrate something. Okay, so imagine end of a sporting victory, a team might do this. Okay, and I'm talking about a physical thing as the answer. Okay, so don't think of emotions like a team might do a victory lap. Think of something tangible that they might need when they want to celebrate. Okay, something is happening, some guess is there. Okay, we'll wait.
Party stocks.
Not party stocks. Going to Sanveer.
Is it champagne?
Champagne stocks. Yes. Champagne stocks. Okay, 6 points there to Sanveer. Champagne stocks. Which means now we come to Siddharth for the next time. Siddharth, in the 1860s, X was a boundary within or around a prison. Prisoners would be shot for crossing the X. Over time, X started being used in a less bloody context. Which word, very familiar to our friends in corporate, is X?
Threshold.
Not threshold. Going to Apratim.
Deadline.
Deadline, yes. Deadline, quite literally. If you cross the line, you're dead. Okay, deadline. X was a boundary within around a prison. If you cross that line, you're dead. So it was called deadline. And of course, we all use it in way less bloodier context now. This is deadline. Wow, crazy quiz. Great crack by Apratim, which means next direct will be to Sanveer. Okay, so a bunch of hints, all referring to one word. All X's are same. X, literally, they are mountainous regions. And in Spanish and Portuguese areas, many mountains are named with X, like the X del Sur in southern Mexico or X Negra in Ecuador. Now the term, where does it come from? The term X translates to saw in Spanish. Saw is not the verb, the saw, the thing you use to, saw, ye wala. Because the peaks of X's are typically rugged and jagged, resembling the teeth of a saw blade. Third clue, in the US, the X's or high X often refer to one particular X dash, which is a mountain range in the US. Last one, X dash in Africa was named by European explorers in the 15th century, meaning lion mountains in Italian, inspired by the Loma mountains and the native lions. What's the term, one word answer that we are looking for? What is X?
Is it Sierra?
Yes, superb, yaar, nice. Delights my heart when people crack this. Because I spent disproportionate time on this question. Let me tell you. तुमको दिख जाता है 2 seconds में. I've spent hours just trying to figure how much to give out. I have made so many drafts of this question. Like first draft had X Nevada, Then I thought, यार ये तो giveaway, Sierra Nevada everyone knows. Then I thought I should add some Africa. Sierra Leone जब पता लगेगा audience को तो क्या अच्छा लगेगा ना कि वो Sierra Leone means Lion Mountains. Oh fuck. Anyway guys, it's okay. 10 points to Sanveer for Sierra, and we come to Siddharth for next direct. Siddharth, this is a brand question. This brand's origin, X's origin, wasn't in the industry we know it from. And it initially bore the name Y. So the initial name was something different. Founded in 1926 by Sakichi Y. So the name was same as this person's surname. The company known as Y Automatic Loom Works. So they started, their origin was manufacturing looms. Y Automatic Loom Works specialized in manufacturing looms. In 1933, Sakichi's son, Kiichiro, established a separate division, paving the way for the company's venture into the sector we know. Now, this transition from Y to X is very interesting. Okay, the transition from Y to X occurred in 1936 during a competition to design a new logo. The winning design retained the three Japanese characters representing the Y name. However, after careful consideration, the Y family opted for the modified X. The change was motivated by the fact that writing Y required 9 brush strokes, while X needed only 8, which is a lucky number, a fortunate number in Japanese culture. Additionally, the altered name was deemed more appealing, leading to the evolution from Y to X. I don't want Y, I just want X. Which brand are we talking about?
Nintendo?
Not Nintendo, going to Apratim.
Seiko.
Not Seiko, going to Sanveer.
Is it Mitsubishi?
Not Mitsubishi. Okay, crazy. We'll take another round. I'll make it. The hint will be think auto industry. Okay, that should be enough. तीन लोग मिलके तीन तो निकल ही जाए. Going to Siddharth whenever you are ready.
Toyota.
Toyota. Yes, 5 points there to Siddharth. Okay, this is basically Toyoda. That became Toyota. Okay, the family name is Toyoda, Sakichi Toyoda. And you should check on this. It's very interesting, the logo thing. Because the Toyota thing has 2 extra ऐसा करके at the top. But when you write Toyota in Japanese, it's not. So, Akio Toyoda, Toyoda to Toyota. Okay, 5 points there to Siddharth, which means next direct will be to Apratim. Apratim, X enforces a policy against odors. Given the significance of aroma in the X atmosphere, Dash, the company's former CEO and current chairman emeritus, established a strict rule. Nothing should disrupt the fragrance of their products. As early as the late 1980s, well before it became widespread, X prohibited smoking. And employees are also instructed to abstain from wearing perfume or cologne. What are we talking about?
Is there any particular clue I should focus on? Help.
Anybody wants to block? Any clear block? Sorry, Apratim. He is your upgraded version. This is how it feels to do the same thing on stage. Version 2.2.
I'll say T. So the company I'll say is Brook Bond.
Not Brook Bond, going to Sanveer.
I think it's Starbucks.
Yes, it is Starbucks. Pratim cut the wrong cut, wrong wire between the two. Tea and coffee.
The perpetual question: tea or coffee?
Yeah, same. So you picked the wrong one in this case. But Sanveer, fantastic. You blocked and got it right, which is a relief. If कई बार block करके लोग नहीं बोलते लगता है सच. Okay, 11 points there to Sanveer. This is Starbucks and their ban on perfume or cologne. Okay. Now, this was answered by Sanveer, which means next direct will come to Siddharth. Okay, Siddharth, a few theories of why something is called something. Okay, there are 4 different theories. Let's start with the first theory. Some theories say it was called X because it was meant to be done with minimum loss of lives. That's the first theory. The second theory says that the name was aimed towards a certain community and the color of their traditional dress. That's the second theory. Third theory says that it was named because a certain army officer was driving home and came across a signboard of a fridge / AC brand outside a showroom, and hence this was called X. Some theories, the last one, say that it was named after Sirius. Tell me, what are we talking? These are 4 different theories for a certain nomenclature. What are we talking about? Sanveer, are you blocking? Looks like you're blocking. Yeah, okay. Yes,
Is
Siddharth?
this like Indian, Western?
Nothing I'm clarifying now.
Nothing. Okay.
Sanveer is staring me so hard that I will look at this black, beautiful curtain for next 2 minutes.
So X was meant to be done with minimum loss of life.
One
X.
theory says X was meant to be done with minimum loss of lives.
And the second theory is the name of X, basically.
Yeah,
The
all theories are for the name of
name.
X. Yeah.
Pass.
Okay, passing to Apratim.
I'll say black.
Uh, no, going to Sanveer.
Blue Star, Operation Blue
Yes,
Star.
what a great crack. It is Operation Blue Star. 12 points there to Sanveer. It is Operation Blue Star. And all these theories are, there is no official theory, of course, like most military code names. But these are all the theories of why the Operation Blue Star was called Operation Blue Star. And now everything fits. We're talking about Operation Blue Star. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people actually message me saying question कहाँ से बनाते हैं क्या करते हैं, especially people who are starting out to make quiz questions. So I'll tell you the story of how this question came into being. Okay, so I was reading about General Arun Vaidya. Okay, Arun Vaidya, some article I found about his assassination in Pune. Okay, so General Vaidya was of course decorated military officer, and he was assassinated I think in '86 by Khalistan Commando Force in Pune. Okay, and he has an amazing story. Like General Vaidya was, he was obviously he was part of Operation Blue Star. He was offered security by the government, but he said no, I don't want security. And lot of his army friends used to tell him, please security le lo, don't do this. But he's like, no, no, it's okay, yaar. Matlab one of those typical army officer ki, yaar, will if there is a bullet. He had some famous quote that I can't remember, but I'm getting goosebumps. He said, if there's a bullet with my name on it, it'll meet me, something like that. Okay, so and then he was assassinated once when he was traveling with his family in Pune in one of those Maruti of the 80s with one bodyguard and I think wife and kid or something, and the terrorists came and they shot him and he died. So I was reading about him. So I thought I'll make a question around Arun Vaidya. That's how it started. But then I realized that maybe not many people would remember the exact name of Arun Vaidya. Then I started thinking, I've always read about Blue Star, but I've never known like why was it called Operation Blue Star. And then I of course went through whatever different articles and realized there's obviously no official story of this, but these are the several things that people say. And then it came to this. For example, the first theory comes from the US, where essentially, if somebody in your family serving in the army or armed forces dies, they usually put one flag outside your house, and they have it's called a blue star, and it denotes the number of people who are alive in the family. Like if there are three people fighting in the army and one of them has died, so two blue star. They were like, okay, we should do this operation with minimum loss of life, so let's call it blue star. Then of course the Nihang six, they were blue and so blue star. Then third is the weirdest, but in terms of purely quizzing funda, this clue was important because it will lead you to a brand of AC or something. And so this is a theory that army officer was coming back and he saw Blue Star outside a showroom and he was like, oh, can be a good name for a. And then Sirius is Blue Star. So, yeah. So that is where it came from. And great crack by Sanveer. Sanveer gets a full 12 points for Operation Blue Star and its nomenclature. We now come to Siddharth for the next direct. Siddharth, this is for you. This molecule known as SHH plays an important role in regulating embryonic morphogenesis and extends to controlling the development of various body parts, including the central nervous system, limbs, and digits. Interestingly, mutations in its gene can lead to haloprosencephaly, which is essentially a condition characterized by failure in cerebral hemisphere splitting. Furthermore, its influence persists in adulthood, where abnormal activation has been linked to several types of cancers, spanning from breast to brain. What is the name of this protein, taking inspiration from a popular video game character? This is a classic quiz question where there are a lot of red herrings, a lot of like deliberate jargon and all, but don't get distracted. If I have to give you one line, there's a protein. The interesting funda of the question is there's a protein called SHH that literally stands for a popular video game character. That's all you need to do. All you need to give me is what is SHH.
Recent video game or like old people knowing them from like
Let's play 20 questions with Siddharth. Indian video game or dead or alive? Okay, video game can. You guys also want hints or? Okay, essentially, like I said, you just have to expand SHH from a famous video game character. There's a movie also. The movie, video game, SHH. And it's a, should I add more? Guys, the scores are quite, like, how you guys are so chill about hints. Okay, cool. Um, it's an animal also. There's an animal name in the answer.
Pass.
Okay, going to Apratim.
SHH, I'll say Super Hedgehog.
Why at such critical juncture you guys are doing this? Okay, Apratim, I'll give you a chance to improve your answer. I'll give you a chance to improve and give us a better answer. You are in that direction. So I'll give you one more chance.
Sonic Hedgehog.
Yes! Sonic Hedgehog. Okay. So 11 to Apratim. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 11 there to Apratim. Okay, essentially this protein had this as a, what do you say, as a pointed thing, spikes, yeah. And so the first two, so they thought they'll name it after hedgehog. And I think the first two were called desert hedgehog and Indian hedgehog. Okay, then they found one more variant. And just like any of these stories, one of the scientists was going home, and I think his wife came back home with a magazine which had an ad for an upcoming video game, or not upcoming, some upcoming version of the video game, which said Sonic Hedgehog. And like, why not one Sonic Hedgehog? Third one they named SHH after Sonic Hedgehog. Okay. Now we come to Sanveer for the next date. Sanveer Sweethearts, which is a confectionery brand, released a special limited edition of sweeties for Valentine's Day. In a nod to Gen Z's dating landscape, these special boxes are designed for those who relish the beauty of untraditional connections. Instead of the classic be mine or forever, the messages on these heart-shaped treats are intentionally misprinted and blurry, offering sweet muddled nothings and literal mixed messages. What term, so this is a one word answer, a term, what term encapsulates these nuanced connections celebrated by sweethearts this Valentine's Day?
Is it a pun?
Pun?
Are you looking for a pun?
I'm looking at a term that I think we've all heard of.
Is it situationship?
It is situationship, yes. It is situationship. Okay, we're talking about situationships. Whew. Okay, Sanveer gets 10 for situationships. And we come to Siddharth now. Siddharth, Dash 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 X is a 1900 children's novel which had sold 3 million copies by the time it entered the public domain in 1956. It was adapted into a successful 1902 Broadway musical as well as a classic 1939 live action film. The groundbreaking success of both the original 1900 novel and the 1902 musical prompted the author to write 13 additional books which serve as official sequels to the first story. Local legend has it that X was inspired by landmarks where the author grew up or attended military school or from a hotel in California where he was a frequent guest or from the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. In a 1903 interview, the author said that the name X came from his file cabinet labeled dash dash. Tell me the novel or the musical or the film, anything I'll accept.
Sherlock Holmes.
Not Sherlock Holmes. Going to Apratim.
You want the novel.
Huh, just you can give me novel, musical, film, all of them are almost the same name only.
Is it the famous five?
Not the famous five. Going to Sanveer.
Is it Wizard of Oz?
Yes. Wonderfully done. 12 points to Sanveer. It is the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Also a blockbuster 1939 movie called Wizard of Oz. And this was his cabinet. OZ. Okay. So this is how he says the name came from. But yeah, there are many theories. Okay, guys, that brings us to the end of a fantastic. First of all, big round of applause to all three of you. All three of you were fantastic. So good. Let's have a look at the score. Siddharth was leading in the first half, but didn't really have the best of the second half. Siddharth got 5 for Toyota and Siddharth, but Siddharth ends on the. What a coincidence! The very first question was about Douglas Adams. नहीं, राकेश शर्मा उधर नहीं जाएगा ना. And Siddharth ends on 42. Beautifully done. Woo! Siddharth, you can later say I planned it. जीत हार से ज़्यादा important है
The
homage.
universe gave it to me. The
Universe gave it to you. Okay, 42 there to Siddharth. Apratim, who was also fantastic throughout the quiz. Apratim had 25 in the first half. In the second half, he got 2 11s, one for Deadline and one for Sonic the Hedgehog. So 22 in the second half. Apratim ends on 47.
The good thing, it's a prime number.
It's a prime number, yes, yes, yes. First half के बाद I thought about it because Siddharth and Sanveer were on 37 and 11. Then I saw तू 25 लेके बैठा है, which is square. तो मैं रुक गया. But yeah, 47 prime number, always appreciated. Now we come to Sanveer, who had a crazy comeback story. Sanveer had 11 in the first half, was way behind Siddharth and Apratim. The second half, he pounced on a lot of things that came his way. Like, for example, Starbucks passed him, reached him, Blue Star reached him. Then Wizard of Oz, of course, the last question. Champagne stocks, he got lot of great answer. Let's look at the exact things he got. 6 for Champagne stock, 10 for Sierra, 11 for Starbucks, 12 for Blue Star, 10 for Situationships, and 12 for Wizard of Oz. 72 points. Sanveer. Divisible by 2, 3, everything. But still the winner. Congratulations, Sanveer. I will see you in the next episode with 2 more challenges. Mad shout out once again to Siddharth and Apratim. You both were fantastic. There is a book that Sanveer has won, which is from my own book collection. Essentially, you guys remember Freakonomics was a thing. Everybody was reading Freakonomics. I also got obsessed with Freakonomics. So much so I bought the sequel, Super Freakonomics. Okay, nobody bought it, but it was like that sequel that nobody watches. But yeah, super fun book. It's very similar to Freakonomics with like weird mathematical analysis of different things. This is for you, Sanveer. Super Freakonomics. Please come and collect. Yes. Please pose somewhere. I'll write a note and I'll give it to you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.